What is going on, you guys? Two dudes, two opinions here. Back with another episode. We are here on episode 2. I guess we didn't really get back after the Knicks and Spurs, so I guess a little quick congrats to the Knicks winning 4-1.
Hell no.
Either way, today got some mock draft stuff for you. Obviously, Um, gonna do the first round. He will be doing odds, correct, and I'll be doing evens. All
Yes.
right, so he'll be doing odds. I'll be doing evens. Kind of keeping it simple, and you just want to get right into it, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Because the these are the easy picks. With the first pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards. Also, there will be no trades. Take AJ DeBonsa, forward from BYU.
Yeah, no, AJ Tabansa, obviously going number one. I think that's obviously what's going to happen. I
Oh,
don't.
did I need to like? Do I need to like give them? He's got a whole laptop of numbers
I do.
and I don't care. Do I need to tell you guys what AJ DeMons is good at? He's got
Oh
a
no,
strong
yeah.
mid range game. He's a very solid defender. He'll make some mistakes. You expect that of a young player. He's expected to be a franchise cornerstone, even though he's playing for the trash Wizards.
Yeah, no, you ain't have to. I was just saying, like, I just think that's obviously the number one pick. Going number two, I think this one pretty obvious. I mean, I'm gonna say it's obvious. I think they take Darren Peterson. I know there's been some talks about Cam Boozer. I don't see it happening. They've got Jaron Jackson there, uh, and they still have Markkinen as well. I don't see a world unless they're gonna trade one of those guys if they take Cam Boozer. So I think they take Darren Peterson. I know they still have Keontae George, but I think that's where they go. The injury thing does scare me a little bit, but outside of that, he's shown that he's pretty good and everything. So Darren Peterson,
Pretty good, hard hitting analysis.
I'm going pretty good. The games I've seen, I wasn't impressed, but I didn't watch a lot of college basketball, so I'm not gonna shit on him for a few games because that would be stupid. But Darren Peterson, number 2 to the Utah Jazz.
Cool. Number three, with the third pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies take Cameron Boozer out of the best college, Duke University. What else needs to be said about Cam? He can do it all. He doesn't do any one thing great, but he does a lot of things really well. There's a lot of people who are skeptical that his game won't translate and this and that. He's a great player. He's going to be a great player. Might not be the best defender on day one. I'll say that. But can shoot, can post up. Is going to be a lot of fun, even though, the Grizzlies probably are going to be a horrible watch.
Yeah, definitely like Cam Boozer. Was one of the ones I liked watching as well. Going number 4, Chicago Bulls. Caleb Wilson. Not even gonna waste time. I mean, I think that's probably the. I think like whenever you're looking at locks, I think that's just the lock right now. Like if that's something you're big betting person,
FanDuel.com hashtag not sponsored.
thinking that's maybe a lock to go. So we're gonna go Caleb Wilson at number 4 to the Chicago Bulls.
Okay, number five. Yeah, I will now revert to my phone. Number five, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. This could be a trade down spot, maybe. I'm not gonna do it. They take the kid from Illinois. Well, who played at Illinois. He's really from Nowhereville, Kansas. Uh, Keaton Wagler, strong combo guard. Going to be a good fit with Darius Garland. Can give him a break off the ball. Both those guys can move off the ball. Both those guys can shoot. Hopefully, they can maximize what little bit of Kawhi's career he has left.
Yeah, like you're. So I know obviously we're not doing trades in this. Do you think the Clippers will trade down, or do you think they just stay there and take them, or someone else? I suppose.
I think they're a big candidate to trade down because right now they literally don't have a future. This fifth pick is their future. And like Keaton Wagler's a very nice player, but is he a franchise cornerstone? Probably not.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully he can prove me wrong. He is, a franchise guy. But we're at number 6 with the Nets taking Darius Acuff out of Arkansas. Um, the only thing with me for him that I don't care for is obviously his defensive game, but he's so good offensively that that's really not something that scares me. And when you're the Nets, that's the best player available in my opinion. And I mean, I think he comes in and I think Darius Acuff can be really nice. I think him with the Nets. I think that's probably the best landing. I don't know if I'd say the best landing spot for him, but like he can go somewhere, and that's basically his team, in my opinion. Like I know what they still have Michael Porter Jr. there. I think I don't know
If he doesn't get traded,
if he doesn't get traded, but
I don't know if he's a free agent or not.
yeah. So
That's something you should have looked up on your fancy little laptop.
it probably is, but like I said, Darius Acuff going 6 to the Nets, and I would like to see that because I think that just automatically puts him as the guy on that team. So
Okay, we're at number 7. The Kings. There's a few different ways you could go. The Sacramento Bulls. You've got DeMar. You've got Levine. I don't think either one of them's expiring. Uh, I'm gonna give the Kings a little bit of defense because with DeMar DeRozan, and Zach Levine, and Sabonis, and whoever the hell else is on that team, I don't know, bust of Keegan Murray. They don't play any, so I'm gonna give them Kingston Flemings.
I'm trying to look and see what I like here for the Hawks. Right, Hawks at 8. Yep. Um,
He called me ill prepared, by the
I'm
way,
saying I'm
guys.
saying I'm just seeing who I like.
There's like one pick to be made here.
Yeah.
One real pick. There's a couple of people
Yeah.
who are throwing smoke on it,
Right.
but there's one real pick here.
Yeah, to me, I think I know where I'm gonna go. I know Mara's obviously been one of the talks at 8 for the Hawks. I don't really think, me personally, that's where I would go. I think I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give him Mikel Brown Jr. from Louisville. Uh, Obviously, like shooting the three, you know, averaged 18 points. Didn't hit what he played only 21 games, it says. So once again, one of those injury things that does kind of scare me. But
What injury did he have?
I said, obviously he had an injury because
But what was it?
did he have a leg injury?
It was a back injury.
That's worse. That's worse. I feel like
It was back. I don't want to say back tightness, but it kept him out for a good bit.
yeah, I was gonna say I do know that I
And I think it ended up being two separate injuries. I think he got hurt again. I don't know if it was the back flaring up again,
right.
but
Yeah, no, but Mikel Brown Jr.
but,
I think that is probably
but
the
I'm ill
pick there.
prepared.
I told no, they know I don't watch. I think I've said that in the first episode that I was very casual coming into this, so I'm real about it. But I mean, playing 21 games, obviously there's injury time, so it scares me a little bit. But he likes shooting the three. He need guards and stuff over there. But I like that better, and I like Mara at 8, so we're gonna go with Mikel Brown.
Number 9, the Dallas Cooper Flag Mavericks. Uh, they're gonna take Braden Burries. He's gonna slot into hopefully next to a healthy Kyrie, next to a healthy Cooper Flag. Maybe even Derek Lively could stay healthy for more than like 2 seconds. They got PJ, like they getting some pieces over there in Dallas. They got PJ Washington. I don't know if he's expiring or not. Yeah, Braden Burries, combo guard. can handle the point a little bit. Obviously, probably. I mean, maybe if you want to play Kyrie off the ball, you can, or you want to, have him off the floor. Ball's going to be in Cooper's hands a bunch still anyway. He can shoot it a little bit. I wouldn't say it's like a big strength, but he can shoot it. He's got a nice mid-range game. He takes it to the cup, plays hard on defense. Just an overall solid pick for the Mavericks.
Yeah, that's one that way earlier in the season or before draft talks would go, and I was okay if he dropped to 15, which obviously won't happen, but being a Chicago Bull, but won't happen obviously. Number 10, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm gonna go Nate Ament from Tennessee. Obviously, a lot of trade talks with Giannis and stuff, and I think Nate Ament. Obviously, he's one of those guys I know going into college basketball. He was a higher prospect and stuff, like coming out of high school, and a lot of potential there. Was I wrong?
What?
Did you? Oh, I thought you were
Um,
looking at me like I was dumb as fuck or
I was
something.
literally looking at my
Oh.
phone.
But yeah, no. So Nate Met, like I said, I think he's got potential. Like, and that's what they're going to be.
Potential man.
Yep, potential man, and that's why he's going to be going number 10 to the Milwaukee Bucks. And
Okay, this is where the draft gets a little bit interesting. With the Warriors at 11, obviously they're trying to maximize what's left of the Steph Curry regime. So they don't have a real center on that team. They don't. And I don't know if they'd really like Mara. I don't know if he's really their type of guy. Like, I think they want a guy who can get up and down the floor, be a vertical spacer, set screens, roll to the rim. I don't know if Mara is that mobile. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger on Quaintance here. Jaden Quaintance out of Kentucky, obviously, and then transferred there after playing his freshman year at Arizona State. Still one of the youngest players in the draft, despite being in college for 2 years. He literally had to stay in college 2 years. He wasn't old enough to enter the draft last year. So another one of those high school kids who got, into college early. And yeah, he'll be one of the youngest players. They kind of pulled, they kind of had a Wiseman fallout, and Quaintance kind of reminds me a little of Wiseman. So I don't know, maybe they hesitate on that. But I like Quaintance enough to take him here at 11. I think he's more of a fit than Mara.
that's interesting. Very interesting. I like that one. Well, you didn't pull the trigger on him. I will hear it at 12. Thunder will take Mara. I'm obviously it says before free agency and stuff. I think Hartenstein is
Hartenstein is expiring, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. So hypothetically, they let him walk, and maybe they bring in Mara to replace him. I could see that potentially happening. Uh, I don't know what little bit that I got to see Mara. I thought he did pretty decent for. I don't expect him to be coming in and getting like 15 points a game or nothing crazy like that. Obviously, I think he averaged close to a double double, which I actually really didn't.
I
Like,
mean, everybody on that Michigan team kind of ate,
yeah,
and they took points away from
I
each
was gonna
other.
say yeah. I mean, he averaged 12 points, but 2.5 blocks. So that's where I think the rim protecting hopefully will help out for the
They have a
Thunder.
Chet.
Well, I mean, even off the bench and stuff, though, like I don't expect him to go there and start, but like even off the bench, like I feel like defensively he'll help out still even more. But I think that's where they go is a day Mara. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Oh, we're sitting up for this one. Number 13, the best team in the NBA with the best coach, the best GM, and I'm not just saying that because he works for the mob. But, President Pat Riley. Pat Riley for president 2028 or whatever year the election is.
That's crazy.
Miami will take. Oh, this is tough because they could go. There's a lot. The board has kind of fallen in a favorable way for Miami. there's a player here that I really like that took a big step after year one, and I am not talking about Yaxel Landenberg. Even though here's the thing, I think if Landenberg's on the board, I think Miami would take him because he fits their let's draft an old trash rookie and hope that he's really good day one, even though he has no potential whatsoever because he's already 35. I think if Landenberg was on the board, I think Miami would take him. So that is my insight on like what I think they would do.
Right.
What I would rather them do is take LeBaron Philon out of Alabama.
I like that.
He improved his shot a lot this year. Um, Explosive guard, plays good defense, a bigger combo guard. 6'4", probably a buck 90, close to 200 pounds by now. And I'd like to get him in there and get some youth movement in Miami. Get us running up and down the floor.
That's what we'll go, I guess. So yeah, Hornets here at 14. I am gonna go with the center. I'm gonna go with Haynes Steinbach out of Washington.
Hans,
Is it Hans? My
yes,
apologies. Hans Steinbach.
Hannes, Hans.
Hans Hannes.
It's Hans.
Going from yeah, but
He's
no.
from Germany. Of
Yeah,
course, it's Hans.
I should have knew that. But yeah, Hans Steinbach out of Washington, 18 and a half points per game. He did average a steal and a block. I don't think he's known for his defense as much as his offense, obviously, and averaged almost 12 or
Glass
yeah,
cleaner.
almost 12 rebounds a game. Yeah, I thought I seen that right, but I was making sure. So I think that would be nice. They obviously need some center help over there. Um, I'm sure they probably would want someone more defensive. Like I think they would have probably liked a Jaden Quaintance to fall to them or Amara more maybe. But I think Hans is going to be just fine. I think it'd be a decent fit. So we're going to go with Hans Steinbach.
Interesting. All right. 15. Chicago. The Chicago Bulls. They already took Caleb Wilson. What else does this team need? Like, you look around at the Bulls roster, you got some expiring guards. Don't know if they're going to bring them back. They, you know, they're going to have Trey, I think, after this season. They're going to have the Giddler after this season. But, like, you look around the past few picks, they've taken Modest, big, skinny, power forward, small forward type. Noah Essengay, big, skinny, power forward, small forward type. Caleb Wilson's another big, skinny, power forward, small forward type. If we're being honest,
There's a trend it seems.
um, I'm gonna slot in more of a guard than a wing. Really, I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, why is Lindenberg falling?" I just told you why he's falling. He's 25 years old, and I think he sucks. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna give them Cameron Carr,
Thank you.
one of the big risers. I feel like he's been coming up boards quickly. Can do it all. Is long, and I feel like that's what the Bulls are really going for. They're going for a lot of length, and he can shoot it. He'd probably day one step on that team and be one of the best shooters on that roster. Um, yeah, I like Cameron Carr a lot. Saw a lot of him in Baylor.
All right, so Grizzlies here at 16, obviously at 3. Cameron Boozer went off the board. I know there's been rumors, I feel like, talking about trading John Morant. I'm trying to look and see some guard play. But yeah, no, I'm seeing some guard play looking, and there's one guy I'm looking at, and maybe I don't know if it's a little bit of a reach, maybe it is, but you're here, you're at 16. I think maybe you can risk it, and he likes to shoot it a lot as well, and that's going to be Christian Anderson Jr. from Texas Tech.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were about to say Bennett Sturts.
I wasn't. No, I did.
Because you kept talking about maybe it's a little too early
Well,
for
yeah,
him, and I was like, is he about to do it? Is he
and
about to say Bennett
and the
Sturts?
thing is, like, when I say a little bit, I don't think Christian, like, by any means, I'm not saying like it's a huge reach. I don't think,
No,
but I feel like him falling, like, he might fall in like the 20s or something. But I don't.
I love Christian Anderson.
Yeah. So
Christian Anderson's one of my favorite players, one of my favorite sleepers.
yeah, and my thing is, like, I knew he shot it a lot, but when I was going through and like just writing down like what he was averaging, I didn't realize he was averaging almost 7.5 assists too. So it's not like he doesn't pass the ball. So I
Well, Texas Tech's whole offense was him and JT Toppin pick and roll.
that is very true. So JT Toppin, by the way, totally off subject. He's not in this year's draft, correct?
I think he is.
See, I didn't know for sure if he was or
I
not.
don't know if he is or not. I thought he was a senior.
Oh, so maybe I'm just wrong on that because I didn't.
I was say I thought he had to go to the draft. I don't think anybody. I mean, he's probably a priority second round pick. He probably wouldn't be a first round pick. Either way, moving on, number 17, the guy that maybe the Thunder would have thought about at 12 falls to them at 17 because, whatever. Like I said, I just don't think he's that good, but I do think the Thunder, a team in win now mode who won a championship last year in the Western Conference Finals this year, can afford to take a little bit of an older rookie. And that's going to be Yax Landerberg. He's coming off the board here at 17.
You know what? I think I'm gonna do this. Maybe I'll get heat for it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna go with someone with the Hornets. We're gonna stick with Michigan, and we're gonna go with Morez
Chris
Johnson
Johnson.
Jr.
I like that.
I
I like
mean,
it.
I it's like you said, Miles Bridges is who I'm pretty sure is starting, and to me that could be a dude that either they trade out at some point, or it's not like someone that's like you know I mean, so I'm gonna go Morez Johnson Jr. to the Hornets there. I was kind of hoping for maybe like a backup guard, which I could have went with someone else, but I didn't really. I kind of like Morez Johnson better, I think.
I feel like you're making this really easy for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you haven't like taken anyone that I'm like, damn, he took that guy. I really liked that guy for this pick. I'm for the Toronto Raptors. I'm having a stroke over here, maybe a seizure. The Toronto Raptors are going to take another long. The Toronto Raptors love long players who can kind of do a little bit of everything, and that's what this player can do, and that's Chris Sanak. And to be honest, like I don't like is Jakob Pertl your real plan starting at center? I would. He's not somebody I would lose sleep over replacing.
All right, so number 20, we're gonna go Kareem Lopez. I'm not even gonna waste time on it. I don't know nothing about him. I was gonna say I know that he said he doesn't really care for him as much. I know there's a lot of hype behind him. He's
Not
there.
really. He's kind of falling in mock drafts I've seen.
See, I thought I've heard. I've heard it both ways because I thought I've heard that he's getting a lot of hype from people. So he's there at 20. I think you can risk taking a chance. You were just in the NBA Finals.
Should have won the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Oh, now I get to do it. Now this is the first one where I get to go left, and you're gonna be like, huh? And it's gonna fuck up your whole board, and I'm gonna enjoy it. The Detroit Pistons are one of the worst offensive teams I've ever seen in my life. And on top of that, they're one of the worst shooting teams I've ever seen in my life. That should already give the pick away. Right there. The best shooter in this draft, off the catch, off the move, off the whatever, is a guy who also went to the Brotherhood. And a guy who also played at the best college there is. His name is Isaiah Evans. And he's going 21 to the Pistons to save their pathetic offense. Give Cade someone to pass it to on the perimeter, for God's sakes. Turn the ball over 7 times a freaking game because he's got nobody to pass it to. Isaiah about to catch it and chuck that pill, and it's going in.
So here at 22, 76ers. I am gonna take a center. I'm gonna take a big. Obviously, I don't know what's going on with Embiid. He's just injured a lot, so you're gonna have to have someone there as well behind him and everything else. Because I think I know they had Barlow playing. I think they played him as some like.
He played decent minutes, but he didn't start
No, he
at
didn't
center.
start,
And
but
he's
like,
not a real center. Like, let's be that motherfucker's skinny as hell.
no, but that's what I'm saying. I think you need someone bigger, and it's between these two. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't know as much about, but he was averaging a steal and 2 blocks a game at St. John's. We're gonna go with Zuby Ejiofor.
I'm proud you said that right.
Did look at me? Did I make the right choice? You think, or
Absolutely not, but it's all right.
is that awful? You think, or
Probably, yeah.
you know
He,
what? Hey, if you're averaging a steal and 2 blocks, you're doing something right.
Zuby's undersized too.
Is he really?
He's probably like 6'10".
I mean, that's could be worse.
All right, the Atlanta Hawks, ATL, AT Aliens. Y'all literally played the best of anybody against the Knicks. So I guess you can hang your hat on that. Although y'all played them when the Knicks were cursed by Danhausen. So
This is true.
you gave them Michael Brown. I'm going to give them a versatile wing in Dalen Swain. I think Dalen Swain could slot in and be a nice piece around Jalen Johnson. The Hawks like having these guys who don't necessarily have to be a pigeonholed into this role. And also, their first overall pick from a couple of years ago, he sucks. So this will get him off the floor, too. Looking at you, Risashe.
Alrighty, we are here at number 24 with the 2026 NBA champions, the New York Knicks.
Boo.
And I could be wrong, so apologies if I am, because you're gonna hear that a lot watching this. Pretty sure that Mitchell Robinson's might his contract might be coming up. So if that is the case, I don't know if they're necessarily gonna re-sign him. I mean, even though he just made one of the biggest, plays for the Knicks in upcoming years, with that big offensive board in game 5, but we're going to go with the other big that I was thinking of a few picks ago. We're going to go with Henry Vassar out of UNC. Because, I mean, it's 24. It's, I don't expect these guys to obviously be as good as like the 3 centers from, the lottery that have went. So, Henry Vassar from UNC going to the Knicks.
Well, I have the team on the other side of the USA. The other big basketball market, the Los Angeles Lakers. And they're going to have, 40, 41, 42-year-old LeBron. They're going to have Luca, who, you know, is Luca. They're going to have Reeves. What this team needs is some punch off the bench. Somebody who can come in the game and get buckets. And so I'm going to give them one of the best bucket getters in college basketball season, the freshman out of Stanford, Abuka Okori. I watched him play at Stanford, obviously being a Duke guy. I watched a lot of ACC basketball. We clamped him up, by the way, just throwing that out there. He's a monster. One of the shiftiest guards I've ever seen.
It's actually funny you say that. Once you started talking, I just went right to his name and was getting ready to take him off the board. Um, I like that. I know there was a lot of talks about the Lakers wanting to get a center or a big, obviously, but
They
I
have
mean,
they have DeAndre Trash Ayton.
yeah.
What
Well,
do you
that's
mean?
well, that's kind of why. But no, I think getting Ibuka there is a great pick.
Plus, I don't like any of the center. Like the next best center is probably Terrace Reed, and I think he's trash. So
Yeah, that's valid. Um,
You took Edgefor before Vesar?
See, I didn't know. I didn't know if that was a terrible pick or not. See, I like Vasar, but you always shit on him because you're a Duke fan.
Yeah, that's true.
See, like I'm like, oh, Vasar, he doesn't seem bad. You're like, nah, he fucking sucks, and I'm like,
Well, Edgefor sucks too. I mean, Duke clamped him up too.
I apologize if y'all would have rather had Vasar and Ejiofor, so my apologies. But either way, number 26, the Nuggets. You know what? I am gonna give him this dude. I mean, beginning of the season, he had so much hype going into this, and then obviously fell a lot. I'm gonna give him Koa Pete from
God, I knew it was
Arizona.
Kobe Pete.
I mean,
You're gonna give him another guy who can't shoot?
why not, bro? At least I'm real about it.
Oh, Boston, 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 Boston. What do y'all need? Y'all literally have one of the best rosters in the league. You should have beat the Sixers. That shit was embarrassing. You're going to roll out. I mean, Derek White is getting up there in age, getting a little long in the tooth. I think Pritchard probably ends up starting for them. Probably go Pritchard 1, Brown 2, Tatum 3. Maybe White actually slots in at the 3, or maybe White slots in at the 2. You Brown 3, Tatum 4, and then the Kada at the 5. I don't know. Like last year, they took Hugo Gonzalez. He's kind of basically just like an effort player. They got Luka Garza off the bench. I don't know the Celtics roster that well, other than they're big players. I kind of struggle with what they would really need though. They're gonna need a guy off the bench who can do a little bit of everything. And I'm gonna go ahead and just give him Alan Graves from Santa Clara because I think the Celtics have an embarrassment of riches. I think Alan Graves would fit in nicely with their system. Like I said, a little bit of he can do a little bit of everything. So yeah, I'm gonna settle on that.
Hmm. Pretty sure he is a guard.
Who?
Malik Thomas.
Yes.
Kind of like that a little bit. Alrighty, here at 28 with the Timberwolves. I'm pretty sure Io's contract will be up. I'm not sure if they're going to bring him back at all. So they might be losing some guards. We're going to go back to Arkansas. Obviously, a teammate, Darius Acuff. We're going to go with Malik Thomas. Averaged over 15 points a game. Um, like I said, if Io's gone, maybe they take him there. I don't know if there's another need there for them. Maybe there is. I like Malik Thomas though, and I think if you can get him at 28, why not?
But yeah, Bennett Sturts is gonna come off. He's gonna be the point guard off the bench. The Cavs really like I said, Dennis Schroeder's getting older. I should sit up. Dennis Schroeder's getting older. Bennett Sturts is a nice player. I don't really think he's got a super high ceiling, but he can be a nice bench backup behind. I mean, James Harden is also, probably on his way out at some point. But yeah, Ben Sturt's a nice pick here. That concludes my part of the draft, which was much better than his. But you guys can tell him that in the comments.
I already knew that. It's okay. Y'all can flame me. I'm cool with it. I plan on watching more basketball coming up, so I apologize. This is a name that looks stat wise interesting to me. We'll just say that. So, a lot of these I tried going off of stats and everything else because I didn't get to watch a lot of basketball, so I apologize. But there is a dude from Iowa State named Joshua Jefferson, averaged almost 16 and a half points, almost 5 assists, and about 7.5 boards. Uh, 1.5 steals per game, and almost a block. So why not? That's gonna be my thing. Why not? All right, now that that is over with, once again, I would like to apologize because I know that I probably ruined the draft a pretty damn good bit. So I apologize. You can let me know in the comments below how bad I was.
You
It's
probably
fair.
made some pretty accurate picks.
I mean, it might be the thing, but like, I'm sure there's gonna be people being like, "Why the hell did you?" Like, for instance, why did you take Edge of 4 over Vasar? It was just kind of, I, I
No,
don't
you
know.
know what people are gonna cry about? They're gonna cry about why Yaxel Lindeberg fell. They're gonna cry about why Alan Graves fell. They're gonna cry about why freaking Bennett Sturts went almost at the end of the first round when he's supposed to be a guy in the late teens.
The one for me for Bennett Sturts, like I could have. There was times I thought about it, but I'm like, I don't know. Like I said, I just didn't watch enough, so it's like coming from me. It's like, please don't take this like I am a fucking analytic or something. Like I don't like. I'm doing this for fun. This is for fun. Maybe next year it's a little more serious. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, I can't be serious. I can't be serious. I can't be professional.
I mean, I feel
I
like we
have
did pretty
my
good.
opinions on these players, and I won't budge from them. I might be wrong. Yaxel Lendeberg might come in and become, the next Malcolm Brogdon and win Rookie of the Year at 30 years old.
And that,
And
and
then,
yeah.
never do anything after that.
Well, speaking of that, hypothetically, let's say the draft goes the way we mocked it.
Okay?
Who do you think wins Rookie of the Year? Is it still a?
Cameron Boozer.
Is that just a bias thing, or are you being like,
I mean, he's got the most opportunity on a bad team.
okay? Well, that's a valid point then. I was gonna ask you one more thing. I was gonna ask you like, who's a guy going into this draft like you? I guess someone you like that's not like high up, like obviously
Christian Anderson.
Christian Anderson. I was gonna say I know you said you liked him a pretty good bit, so
If it was Christian Anderson, LeBaron Philon, uh, I'm trying to think of maybe second round guys
I was gonna
that
ask.
I
I
have my
just
eyes on.
yeah.
Hmm. I think a name that might even go undrafted. It'll probably go late second round just because he's a small guard. Jacoby Gillespie. I don't know if he's going back to school or not. I don't think he is.
I
I don't
thought
think he can.
I was gonna say I thought I seen
But
his
I like
name.
Jacoby Gillespie a lot. He can really shoot it.
Okay.
I see him carving out a role. I could see him carving out a role on a team. Smart point guard, can shoot the ball.
There you guys have it. That was our mock draft. Let us know in the comments below what you think's gonna happen for the draft. And obviously, if you want to flame me in the comments,
Please do that.
go right ahead. That's okay. I'm used to being made fun of, so might as well just do it and try making money off of it. So either way, all right, that's crazy. But that's gonna do it, and we will see you in the next one. I'm not sure what will be happening. Some free agency obviously will be coming up after the draft. So, but yeah, I guess we will see you in the next one. And 2 dudes, 2 opinions is out. Peace.